Hi, Mike DePung here, and I am happy that you're here with me again today because I have something that I want to share with you, any of you who watch this. Um, I'm going to start a new series of videos. Whether I'll start another channel or not, I'm not 100% sure, but I do feel like this is the time, this is the day when I needed to begin this. Um, Many of you know my other groups of videos that I titled Spirit Hill, Spirit Healing and Love and Light. And we use that acronym. And a lot of what I do is about healing. Um, and it's not dramatic, but it's kind of like our life is a process of healing in many ways. It's a process of understanding things. And as a shaman, because I am a shaman, as a shaman, I journey to discover things, to seek and discover things, to explore. And I journey in nature every day, every morning, throughout the day. And I consider the elements, and there are other worlds, invisible worlds in a sense. And I have a relationship with all of these and their magics, including the unseen, and I guess you could call them magical beings in various ways. They at times manifest that you can see in visions or in dreams. Dreams are a big thing with me. But I hold my own truth and my experiences with all of these in love. You can do the same thing, but your path is not my path. So I don't know how you might do it. I just am sharing where I'm coming from because it seems like it's what I should do. It's part of the expression of who I am. And when I express who I am, I'm living my purpose. Doesn't matter what that is. A lot of people get hung up on purpose about being, it's a specific thing. No, I say, this is the way I choose to express me, express my essence as love. That's my purpose. So I'm sharing this because as a shaman and hearing these things, it's become over the past couple of months, it's become clear. It's like I hear these different elements of nature, these different, whatever it might be, flora, fauna, it might be the atmosphere. I'm going to give you an example in a little bit here. But you hear, I've heard, it's like, hey, it's a song. They're singing to me. Oftentimes they're singing to me. I don't always hear the music. I love music. I'm not very musical, but I love to sing. I don't sing very well. But I do hear the songs all around me as a shaman. I hear it and I am so encouraged by it. And I want to share that with you. And maybe you think, just help you to think a little bit about ways healing can occur for you. Listen for the songs. Make it a point, make it an intention, make it part of what you do if you seek to know yourself, if you seek to awaken to your own heart and to live in healing, to, well, let me just go on here. I am looking at a few of my notes because I did in this introductory video to the Songs of a Shaman, which is what this is going to be entitled. I want to share how my experiences and remembering who I am and why I came here, and a lot of things about life, and how the things that I've discovered, the revelations, help in healing traumas in order that I can know, and maybe some of you can, the joys of coming here to this life. We are each expressions of spirit incarnate. You've heard me say this in the other videos if you listen to them. And I believe that a way to understand this is to know that we come with two operating systems. We are spirit incarnate. That means we are divinity and humanity. We're divinity and people, human beings, flesh and bones. And the two operating systems we come here with are ego and heart. Ego helps us with our body part. Ego helps us to know when there's danger or to know if we're hungry, go search for food. But we come here to experience life, to process it, because we wanted to come here and know some of this great creation that we were co-creators of, because we are spirit. And we came to enjoy this, to seek, explore, discover, innovate, create by heart. We came for that, to live that heart operating system. And that's what helps us heal. Ego is the cause of the traumas that we experience in life. But that's okay because we knew before we came that that was going to happen. But we also knew and know that heart is there to help us, that it's going to work together, that they're going to work together in such awesome ways to encourage. Is it always fun? Is it always happy? Is it always easy? Absolutely 100% not. We go through, well, we go through times. Let's just leave it at that. Um, so when we awaken to our heart, we do start remembering. We remember back and back and back. We can remember back to being that inner child part of us, that part that really is what identifies as heart, our soul. And we can awaken to that and answer to that. Heart never, ever gives up on knocking on our conscious mind to say, look into the mirror, look at the eyes behind the eyes, remember why you came here, remember who you are. And that's when the real deep healing can start. And, you know, there are some in this world that I think have sensed their ego and heart, and that they've said, no, I don't need any of that heart stuff. And they've chosen ego as their primary operating system in a cognitive conscious way. And they're the kinds of people that cause a lot of the traumas the collective experiences. And that's okay. They will answer to their own heart for that. They won't answer to me, but they're going to suffer. And that's not karma. That's not me saying I wish them to suffer. What I'm saying is they have heart too. They could awaken. They could start healing, but it's their choice. But who they are doesn't matter. It's who you are and who I am. That's what matters if we want to remember, if we seek it. So I choose heart. Again, go through hard times, and that's perfectly fine. Be aware of it. Feel it in your body. Feel where where the problems lie. When you sense something, where do you feel it in your body? Call in heart to help you to understand it. And then start listening for the songs. These are the songs the songs that I've experienced. And so I want to share them as we go along here. Um, I won't always share in a very controlled video, and it would be very rare that I would have notes like I have right now. Sometimes I might, because sometimes I might think it's so important that I don't want to miss something. But you can start listening to those songs. You can hear them. And when I share some of the ones that I've experienced with you, it might just help you to start tuning into them. They're all around. It's kind of like a radio. The energies that that transmit the songs of nature, of life, of the cosmos, that they're all around us. You start tuning into them like on a radio dial to exact frequencies, radio frequency, and you tune into them, and you start hearing what you need to hear. And it's kind of like, you know, sometimes you're in the mood for certain songs because they help you through what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and they help you through it. They help you express sorrow or grief or whatever, depression, whatever it might be, or happiness, and help you to expand that and share it with others. You get to choose banks of songs. You can create your own playlist today. That's just awesome. And so the playlists are all around us, and our heart serves as the tuner to help us come to those points to hear what we need to hear. And those are the kinds of things I'm going to share with you. Now, I started to say before, I won't always be controlled, having a controlled place like this and video like this. Sometimes I'll do it on my phone, and it will be outside and it will be dark because I am a shaman. And sometimes I hear the message, I hear the song, and it's like, do it now. One of the things as a shaman that I do, and Okay. One of the things I promised I was not going to over explain things. As a shaman, I know about timelines. I know that time is a tool in a sense. It's a reality, but it's a tool. And I know that I share other timelines or past lives. And one that is very strong with me right now is a connection with an ancient Celtic tribe. And I know that I was one of their sage, their files, their shamans, whatever you want to call it, that shared these kinds of truths with them. And it was different back then. People valued it. It was part of their daily lives. It was part of their collective life. And so sometimes I'm sharing with them. You might think that I'm not even sharing with you here in this timeline, but the reality is I am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making recordings. I am aware of you, but I'm aware of them too. And so some of these things that I share, and like the little essence I'm going to share with you today, is from one that I shared with that tribe. And they're like, yeah, share it. You need to share it. So having said all of that, these videos will be the songs of a shaman. And I just want you to know that they're for healing and healing in love, to come to know love. When we seek love, we're going to heal. Seek the love. And so these are some of the things that I'm going to be talking to you about. The songs of a shaman are really powerful melodies. They're all around us. They aren't imposed on anybody because all of these things, whether they're birds or the atmosphere, or like I'm going to talk about in just a minute, fog or wind, whatever it is, um, they are being themselves. They are sharing their love. That's what it is to be yourself, is to share the love, share what you came here for, why we're here. And so they don't impose their songs onto you. Like I said, they're there. You got to tune into them. But I can assure you, it's not like they're holding back. Like sometimes they're going to be there, sometimes they're not. Oh, I did something bad, so I don't get to hear. No, you get to hear. Their melodies are floating everywhere to tune into if we want to seek, whether it's the melodies of this world or of the universe, or from the other worlds, from the lower world, from the upper world, from your other world. And they show us what we seek to remember and believe about who we are and why we came here. And that's what healing is about. The unseens and magical beings, I'm going to just call them for now because sometimes they're seen, sometimes they manifest to us. They reveal themselves to help us live love, the love of who we are and expressing who we are. And I do that now, and we can all do that without worrying about conformity to the opinions of others, what others think about it, what others believe about the way we should be or should act or should look or think. Uh, and I operate without the overlay of ego as much as I can for these types of things. Um, and so it's my ego or anybody else's ego. A lot of times, some people will say to me about things I do or say or the way I look, they'll say something about, don't you care about what other people think? I've had people say, well, you wouldn't work for me if you have hair like that. And my response is always, what your opinion is of me is none of my business. Move on, my friend. Um, so I want you to know that the melodies, the songs, for answering to those kinds of things, for thinking about those kinds of things, they're there. And so here's an expression, or here's an example. The physical world to me expresses a lot. I go out looking for what life, what spirit wants to say to me through life, through the physical world every morning. And so fog has been a big deal here in where I am, in St. Louis, Missouri, the last week or so. It's been really heavy. And one day it was like that all day long. And at some points, you could only see like two houses away. You certainly couldn't see across the street. Um, so so I was just thinking about it, and it kept fog every day. And so I asked the fog, I said, okay, spirit of fog, what is it? I think you're saying something to me. I think you're singing something to me. What is it you want to say? And this just came back, boom, quickly, just like this. The fog told me I'm a shroud. I cover Mother Earth. I cover right here. I cover you if you want to be covered. And all the energies, I hold the energies close. And any energy that you want is here. Find comfort in me. Wrap yourself in me. The magic of fog. And it's very magic. And then I started remembering. I remember back to when I was a child in the apartment complex where I grew up, and I was out with my sister and another kid from the apartment complex, and it was really cold outside. But there was this really thick fog, and we were like, you can't even see the railroad tracks from here. And there was a big Union Pacific line that ran along one side of the apartment complex. And we were looking at it. And all of a sudden, it was just, you talk about magic. It was magical. I know there's a physical explanation for it, but the fog turned into snow, and it just started cascading down. I mean, it was inches in just a very short amount of time. It didn't continue for real, but it was just magical to see that fog just turn into snow and drop. So, fog, the song, was singing a song to me, helping me to remember and remind me. And like, hey, take comfort in this, in the magic of it. You want love? You're seeking love. You're seeking to be comforted. And that day I was, here it is. That's why I'm here for you. That's the kind of thing. That's the song of the fog. It was a beautiful song. And it's one that even today, uh, like three or 4 days later, I got to hear again. The fog was with us again today. And so these are the kinds of things that I want to share with you. Oh, the songs of the birds. And I don't just mean what their calls are to identify them, but what they speak. There's some just incredible things that I'll be sharing with you. But this program, these series of videos are the songs of a shaman. And I want to share them with you in love and hope they will encourage you. That's all for now. So until next time, love and peace.